So here is the head gasket. You can see that's cut open here. And that's why it's leaking compression in between this place here. That's this one is not even getting to half. Okay, that's okay. It's gonna come apart. I suspect that the gasket inside is bad, has cut off, or a valve is bent or something. So, but I'm more bent towards the gasket having issue inside. Yeah. So for follow up here, this is the gasket as seen. I don't know if this is visible on camera here. You can see this gasket has cut open here compared to this other one here. You can see that one there. So now this is where people usually miss it when doing these jobs. These are the cam followers. Am I correct? Yeah. And those are cups on it. If you can see I actually numbered this one. If you mix them up and you mix any of these ones up, you might finish the job and the engine won't be sounding as it's used to sound, quiet, don't having all this tapping noise. But this one, since we are not mixing them up, I think they are going to be quiet and sound as rich as it used to sound before we actually took it apart. So we'll be replacing this gasket and surfacing the cylinder as well. And then I suspect that this is the cause of the overheat. This guy was sipping out and the client didn't know, and he ran out of water. So open this up and see exactly why this guy is leaking. So we have a problem here. This is the cylinder being apart here. Aside from the gasket actually cut off. You can see this guy here. This is aluminum, it has chopped off. And if I put another gasket there, that place will still leak compression. So there is a high chance that we might need to replace this cylinder. And I actually did sort out all these tapered caps separately so that they would go back in the cylinder the way they were initially, so that they wouldn't be making it. These are the cam lifters. The cam followers are at the car there that I numbered, and these are the spacers here. Spacers that are usually on the valve actually. So there's a high chance that we will need to replace the cylinder if there is if I don't think about something I will do. This is a very, very expensive fix for the clients here.
So here's a client pleading with me that he was on a very tight budget, that he couldn't afford to buy another cylinder. So we had to figure out how to do something to the cylinder to make sure that the cylinder was reusable, at least temporarily, until he was able to raise funds to buy another cylinder head.
So we've been able to actually fill up this place, but we'll take it to the shop where they'll surface it and make everything balanced out. And
so the cylinder came to us the next day, and this is me checking for the cylinder perimeter with a 0.05 gauge, filler gauge. So that's me rigging up something to the flat surface, and then that's me checking the combustion chamber for if it still exists. Then this is me trying to check the warpage of the cylinder head. Here I was using oil here to check to see which of the surface would not be touching after using a flat surface to go over it. So fortunately none of the combustion chamber were left out. It was just the water jacket area that had this indent that I will be using paper gasket to fill in for. Actually, what I'll be doing is I'll be using paper gasket and gasket shellac to fill in for the parts that might not be balanced, because this is a temporary fix for the client. So we'll be trying to rig up anything to help me save cost, at least temporarily, till you can raise funds. You can see I use gasket shellac on the paper gasket and clean surface smoothly, put everything back together, and see how best this car would perform. So I had to use my torque wrench to torque everything down properly. That although these boots are torqued to good boots, but I had to use them, also trying to save cost as well. So put everything down properly to make sure that the car will be answering the client at least for the time that he will be using it until he. So everything is back together, and we are priming the vehicle for oil to circulate before I actually get to start the vehicle. So on first start, the engine will first be noisy before the engine oil circulates. Then you guys will finally see how cold the engine will sound after everything has warmed up due to the socket that we do to the spacers and valve lifters.
so we'll let the engine steam for a while and make sure that Everything is working properly. That's it, guys. You can see there is no misfire on this car. So right now I'll let the car warm up. Maybe by tomorrow I'll repeat the compression test when everything has warmed up and dried up. I'll do a compression test. It's been like 5 minutes now and we can see the result of the sorting that we did to those oil control valve. The fan is kicking up fast now. See how the engine is sounding properly. No tapping, no noise anywhere, sounds properly. So, after the job, this is the compression on number 1, above the 90 that it was before. This is around 180, twice as much. That is number 1, that was very okay. Then we had a misfire on number 2 and 3. The real measuring compression on cylinder number 2 and 3. So compared to this number 1 here. And this is number 2 here. Again, this was where it was initially before the head gasket replacement. And it has comfortably passed it. At this point here, it's already within spec. Good, you can see. Again, let's keep climbing. Again. It's already within spec at this point. Yeah. So I'm going to check in the other one there as well. So this is the measurement we got for the number 3 here. It's lower than number 1 and number 2, but it's still within number 1 and number 4. Sorry, it's within spec. Yeah. So this is the number 4. Go on. Again. Again. Alright, that's fine. Fine. So as you can see here, the 2 cylinders in between there have slightly lower compression compared to, like, let me see, 30 psi lower than the number 1 and number 4. But the 2 there are still within spec because the specification says I think between 120 and 180 is fine, and this guy is getting up to 150 or 155. So it's within spec here. We've been able to save the customer from replacing a whole cylinder because he says he's on a budget. So along the line, he might end up still coming to replace cylinder, but for now, this has served its purpose.